What is going on, Virgil? Back here with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Red Sox. Now, the Red Sox over the last 5 seasons have been a pretty interesting team. They had a good year in 2021, but over the last 3 years, I want to say they've been pretty mediocre. I mean, the last 2 seasons, they were 78 and 84. In this recent season, they were 81 and 81. And the thing about this 2024 season is they were not expected to be good. And they're only, 5 games out from making the postseason, so it's actually really surprising. And I think the management has realized this, and that's why they doubled down on winning. And they've signed a ton of guys, which we're going to go over in just a little bit. But yeah, it's pretty impressive what this team is forming, and I do see this team in the postseason in 2025. So let's break it down. Let's go over some of their top prospects. They have 4 guys in 2025 in their top 10 that are supposed to be called up. Let's kind of go through them right now. So coming in at number 1 in the organization is Roman Anthony. He's currently in Worcester in AAA. I mean, he played with 35 games, batted a 344, which is just insane. In AA, he was at a 269, and across the whole season, he was at a 291. So just insanely impressive. 119 games played this season, just absolutely insane. Had 132 hits as well. Just really impressive from this kid. I definitely could see him even starting off the year. You know, if he has a good spring training, they could definitely call him up and have him playing for opening day. But I imagine they kind of want to get more games done, especially it all depends on how these guys do in spring training. If some of these guys perform in spring training, they're gonna be on the team, right? It just kind of depends how they perform. So I could definitely see him being with the team in 2025. Now coming in at number 2 in the organization is Marcelo Meyer. Obviously he was a first round pick in 2021. In 2024 though, he was in AA, 307 batting average in 77 games and had about 92 hits. I mean, that is insanely good, right? Hasn't really played in AAA yet, so we kind of got to wait and see if he's even going to play there. They're just going to call him up because AA is the highest level he's ever played at. So I wonder if he starts the season in AAA, or once again, he has a really good spring training and they can think about other options for him in the future. Definitely a strong candidate to get called up at that shortstop position for this team. Coming at number 3 in the organization is Kristen Campbell. He's obviously been really good. We could take a look at his stats right here. Obviously in AA is where he killed it. 362 is insane. On the whole season this year, 330 at 115 games. Obviously played the best in AA where he spent the most time. Even in AAA, 286 in 19 games is still really good. He had 20 hits, so once again about a hit per game right there. Just insanely well. I mean, these kids are looking really solid, and once again, he's the one that could get a start. Interesting position composition he has here. Plays second, short, and outfield, so a very versatile player. They could pretty much use him anywhere. Definitely exciting to see if he's going to get called up in the future. The last player they have coming at number 8 is David Sandlin. Now, once again, he has not really performed in 2024. You know, in AA, 5.61 ERA in 25 innings, really not good. And even in high A, it wasn't good. I mean, 5.12 ERA is really not good. The 57 innings combined, a 5.34 ERA. I mean, that is not good. We can take a look at his rest of his career. It just really wasn't good at all. So I don't know why or how he's even ETA 2025, but I just don't think he's going to get called up unless there's like some crazy injuries in the bullpen or with pitching. I just don't see him getting called up, unfortunately, this season. So we can kind of scroll through the rest of their guys. I mean, you guys can see top 3 are going to get called up. I mean, those guys are good. We got some 28s on here as well with some 26s. We got some 2025 guys with number 16 right here. We can keep scrolling down and we have number 22, Blaze Jordan, who just got recently drafted actually. And that's about it for 2025. Everyone else is either 2026, 27, or 28. So, but this class looks really good. I mean, you get these 3 top guys up, this team will be really good. But taking a look at these contracts, once again, we're going to talk about some of the new names on this list. Walker Buehler obviously got a 1-year, $21 million contract from the Red Sox. He's on this list. Aroldis Chapman got a 1 year at 10.7. So that's already over 30 million between those 2 guys. They also traded for Garrett Crochet as well. You guys might remember that trade. $3.8 million he's getting paid. And that's about it. That's pretty much everyone that is new to this team on Sport Tech. Let's go back to Baseball Reference as they have a lot of the contracts right over here. Devers starts that massive contract that he signed a little bit ago. Trevor Story's still on this team. I really don't know what they're going to do with him. He's still signed for 3 more seasons. So he's kind of a question mark because he just can't stay healthy. We still have Yoshida's on this team. Bello still has that big contract. Rafael has that contract as well that extends extremely far. Lucas Giolito has a contract. Garrett Whitlock still has a contract. Liam Hendricks is still on this team for a season. We'll see if they sign the mutual option moving forward. With Wilson, Robb, and then we got a couple guys in arbitration with Crawford, Duran, Hoke, and Crochet. On paper, this team looks really good. I really like the way this Red Sox team is looking, and these contracts are pretty good. In 2025, it says they have 109.4 million. It's supposed to get up to 133.5, probably be around 160 right now, 170 if I had to guess with some of their contracts. But just a really solid team. Let's take a look at this team's depth chart now because it's going to get good. Let's start with this rotation. I think this rotation is really going to be good. Literally everyone in this rotation could start. Like, I'm confident in all these players, to be honest. Crochet is good. Tanner Hoke was really good last season. We've seen what Walker Buehler did last season with the Dodgers. Cutter Crawford had a breakout season last year. And then Giolito and Patrick Sandoval, not really confident in those two, but we can see how they perform moving forward. And plus, some of those guys could get moved down into the bullpen. But let's go over this bullpen. Obviously, Leon Hendricks and Aroldis Chapman are going to be the stars in this bullpen. Garrett Whitlock could also be really good in this bullpen as well, but they have a lot of players in here on the depth chart right now, so it's going to get pretty interesting. Now let's move over to the starting nine. They got a very interesting starting nine moving forward. Hunter Wong is probably going to start at catcher if I had to guess. Moving over to first base, I think Tristan Casas is going to be the starting first baseman, unless they don't sign Bregman. We've heard those rumors, right? We don't really know where he's going yet, so he could sign with this team moving forward. Second base should be Rafael if I had to guess, unless Trevor Story somehow gets back to form. I don't really know what's going on with him. Hopefully he's back, but we just don't know. He's played short, played second, so we'll wait and see where they put him. Obviously, Rafael Devers will play third base, and they have Story at shortstop, so maybe he'll be back playing short. They'll put Rafael at second. We'll kind of wait and see. But also, we've got the two prospects that can play the infield as well, so we got to wait for those guys to get called up. And then moving towards the outfield, obviously, they still have Yoshida to play this outfield, but they have him at the DH position right now. Obviously, Jared Duran's probably going to play center field if I had to guess. They'll probably put Abreu in right field if I had to guess, and they'll probably put, however you say his last name, Rob, in left field, unless they don't sign any new players, because there's still some big free agents out there that they could sign, and they're definitely willing to. Right now on paper, I really like this team. Now let's take a look at their attendance last year. Obviously, the Red Sox have really good attendance every single season. They brought about 2.6 million fans to the stadium at almost a 33,000 average a game, which is obviously insanely good, and they're up there with some of the top teams as well. They had the 10th best attendance in 2024 out of the 30 teams, so obviously that's really good for them. And obviously, they were 81 and 81, so that's still impressive to even be this high up there when you're still having a pretty down season. But moving over onto the MLB draft, this team has had an interesting draft. They obviously went down 2 positions in the draft lottery. They're being picking at number 15 in this draft lottery, which, kind of sucks, but a lot of teams did move down in the lottery, so it is what it is. But moving on forward, they have no prospect promotion. They got no compensation picks. They don't have a competitive balance round A pick. In the second round, they're going to be picking number 11. Moving on down, they don't have a competitive balance B pick. Now, once again, Nick Pivetta is here as a compensation pick, so if he signs somewhere, they will get a pick in this compensation round. But as of right now, he hasn't really signed anywhere, so we'll just wait and see. Moving on over to the third round, they have the 12th pick in the third round. As we keep going forward, no compensation pick in the fourth round. They have the 13th pick in the fourth round. Moving on forward, no more compensation picks in the fifth round. They have the 12th pick, and then for the remaining 15 rounds, they will have the 13th pick. There it is from the Red Sox. Have a pretty decent draft. They could get up to 21 picks if Nick Pivetta does sign with another organization, which right now we really don't know how that's going to go, to be honest. I haven't heard his name at all, so we'll kind of just wait and see. But my prediction for this Red Sox team is I think they're going to do extremely well. I think they're going to exceed expectations. I do expect this team to be in a postseason position, just because 81 and 81 last year didn't make any moves. Now you pick up a ton of good talent, right? With Walker Buehler, Aroldis Chapman coming on in. You got some good rookies that you could call up. Obviously, the Garrett Crochet is going to help them out a lot in that whole trade. So just a lot of things going for the Red Sox right now. They could sign a couple more players as well in this offseason after this video is being uploaded, but I do think this team will be in the postseason. I do think they get third in the AL East, though. I think they are worse than the Yankees and Orioles right now, but I do think they can get third, and I do think they could sneak in. I mean, if it was only 86 to get in last time, I think they could definitely get in. It was only 5 games off the team last year. It's definitely possible. So yeah, I have this Boston Red Sox in the postseason. I'm excited to see how they perform moving forward, and I definitely think it's possible for them to get in the postseason. But what's your guys' thoughts on this Boston Red Sox team? Let me know in the comment section down below. Any thoughts about this team moving forward? I really like what they've done, to be honest. I really like how they turned it around a little bit and actually gonna put up a really good winning team hopefully in 2025. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.